The New York Knicks took the court for Game 7 of the 1995 Eastern Conference semifinals feeling like a team of destiny. Having rallied back from a 3-1 series deficit against the rival Indiana Pacers, the Knicks were supposed to finish the job en route to the franchise's first championship in 22 years. With the clock winding down and their season on the line, the Knicks put the ball in the hands of their perennial MVP candidate. Unfortunately, what followed was an inglorious piece of New York basketball history. It's hard to overstate the playoff dues the Knicks had already paid and the postseason heartbreak Knicks fans had endured by the time the 1994-95 season rolled around. New York pushed Michael Jordan and the eventual champion Bulls to Game 7 of the second round in 1992, then blew a 2-0 series lead against Jordan's Bulls in the 1993 conference finals. Jordan's brief retirement was supposed to open the door and a championship window for the Knicks in 1994. Only for New York to blow a 3-2 series lead to Hakeem Olajuwon's Rockets in the NBA Finals. The Knicks lost games 6 and 7 in Houston by a combined 8 points, with fan favorite John Starks infamously shooting 0 for 11 from deep and 2 for 18 overall. But a magical 94-95 season ending with the Knicks hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy would make it all worth it. Though Jordan returned to Chicago midway through the campaign, the Knicks still liked their chances heading into the postseason. New York was a grizzled 55-win unit led by star center Patrick Ewing, whose 4th place finish in 1995 MVP voting marked his 6th top 5 finish in 7 years. Meanwhile, Starks, 6th man of the year Anthony Mason, 3-and-D guard Derek Harper, menacing power forward Charles Oakley, and legendary head coach Pat Riley gave Ewing one hell of a battle-tested supporting cast. The 3rd-seeded Knicks eliminated 6th-seeded Cleveland in 4 games in the best-of-5 first round, setting up a 3rd straight playoff matchup with the rival Pacers, who were led by New York basketball's most hated figure at the time, Reggie Miller. The Knicks had gotten the best of Miller's Pacers in each of the previous 2 seasons, and had home court advantage. So while a tough series was expected, so too was a New York triumph. But Miller left the Knicks shell-shocked in Game 1, famously scoring 8 points in 9 seconds to turn what was a 6-point Knicks lead into a 2-point Pacers victory. That rally would set the tone for the rest of the series, with New York facing an uphill climb as Indiana built a 3-1 series lead. The Knicks' title hopes nearly ended in Game 5, but when Ewing hit the come-from-behind game winner with 1.8 seconds left, he breathed life into his resilient team.
He starts Antonio Davis as he swings back, jump stop up in your face. Now watch this reverse move. He comes back, jump stop, and he shoots that jumper. And I'm happy for Patrick for one reason, because he's really labored with his injuries.
Ewing again carried the Knicks in Game 6, pouring in 25 points and 15 rebounds on 9 of 13 shooting as New York took care of business in front of a raucous Indianapolis crowd. That performance set up a winner-take-all contest back at Madison Square Garden, with both teams completely aware of the opportunity in front of them. Jordan's Bulls had just been eliminated by the up-and-coming Orlando Magic, once again leaving an opening for one of these veteran teams to assumedly walk through. But first, Game 7 and Marv Albert.
These men, these teams have been here before. We've seen the same emotions displayed, then silenced. Last year, the Knicks battled back to win a 7th game against Indiana to move on to the finals. Now, a year later, the same 2 men, the same 2 teams. It's another Game 7.
The Pacers jumped out to a double-digit first-half lead and kept the Knicks at arm's length for most of the Sunday contest, with Miller looking like the most dangerous player on the court, much to Spike Lee's chagrin. No one expected the Knicks to lie down, though, and Starks led a charge that cut a 15-point third-quarter deficit down to 5 heading to the 4th. The Knicks battled all the way back to tie the game midway through the final frame, spent the last few minutes down a possession or 2, then forced a stop on Indiana's last possession to get the ball back down 2 points with 5 seconds remaining. Everyone in the world knew where the ball was going with New York's season on the line. After catching the ball on the perimeter, Ewing evaded a double team and began barreling towards the rim, with Pacers big man Dale Davis coming over to help.
Starks cuts to the corner. The inbounds to Ewing. Down to 3. Down to 2. Ewing. Not over the head. And it's all over. The Indiana Pacers have defeated the New York Knicks 97-95 to take the series in 7. And they advance to the Eastern Conference Final to face the Orlando.
Just like that, another Knicks season had ended in unimaginable heartbreak, while the Pacers were headed to Orlando, having finally vanquished their own boogeyman in New York. The loss, but more importantly, the way they lost, cemented the Knicks' reputation as a great team that just couldn't get over the hump, with Ewing's inability to lead New York to the promised land summed up in one 5-second lowlight. Never mind that the big man had 29 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks in his 43 minutes of Game 7 action. If it was any consolation for Knicks fans who thought another chance to win a title had just slipped through their fingers, the Pacers ended up losing to the top-seeded Magic in the East Final. And Orlando then got swept by the back-to-back champion Rockets. As for Ewing and the Knicks, New York proceeded to lose in the second round in each of the next 3 seasons, all of which ended with Jordan's Bulls adding to their collection of championships. An 8th-seeded Knicks team broke through in 1999, defeating Indiana in the conference finals before losing to a rising power in San Antonio in the finals. But in a cruel twist of fate, Ewing was sidelined for the final 9 games of that playoff run. His last playoff game as a Knick came in 2000, with New York falling to Miller's Pacers once again. 3 decades after Ewing's infamous miss at MSG, the Knicks still haven't reached the heights of their 90s heyday. And despite how great players like Carmelo Anthony or Jalen Brunson have been for the team, New York has never gotten as close to a title as Ewing once had them. Hopefully Knicks fans remember that every time they recall the events of May 21st, 1995.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.